Yesterday, I talked about this idea of coming out, getting outside of our comfort zone. Preaching the revelation is getting outside of my comfort zone. And the Lord invited me in that. It wasn't a mandate. The Lord didn't say, I think it's time to preach revelation right now. I was in dialogue and the Lord said, I said, gosh, I think I might be ready. And he's like, I think you are, or I think it's time. And so I embarked on this study of Revelation, which has actually demanded a lot from me. It's demanded so much more study than I'm used to preparing. I don't mind doing that. I love studying. I love preparing, but it's just been a lot of work, and it's been really challenging for me in my own soul to actually put out these ideas that I know that not everybody buys into and that are kind of against some of the mainstream and those different things. That's pretty hard for me with my own soul. But I think that so there's the sense that God is inviting us into something new, into something outside of our comfort zone. But there's also the sense that there is a God is calling us. Sometimes that the Lord will put a sense of call on us that I actually need to do something like this, and I have this sense that inside I really need to do this, and this is something that God is telling me I need to do, instead of this is something that God is asking me or inviting me to do, that this is something I believe that the Lord is telling me to do. And I have that sense of God is calling me to do this. And so I do it. And that's typically also one of those other areas where you have to walk outside of your comfort zone. I remember as I was trying to come to grips with how I handle money and how Becky and I would handle our money and how tithing and giving and generosity would become a part of our lives. And initially I was like, oh no, I want to white knuckle grip this. This is getting outside of my comfort zone. I don't really, I had all kinds of designs on where I wanted that money to go. And it took me a while because God was calling, God was speaking directly in scripture, and God was saying, I want you to move with me with your money. I want your money to be part of your discipleship. I want this to be a part of your obedience. I want to be this a part of your worship. I want this to be a part of your expressing your faith outside the comfort zone. I'm not saying that because I want you to give more, although I do. I'm saying that because that was one of the big ones that I had to step into. And it was a sense of call, a sense of mandate from the Lord that I needed to do that. What is God calling you to do that you have been tapping the brakes or maybe putting the brakes on hard? What is the Lord calling you to do that gets you outside of your comfort zone that today you need to take a step into that area?